Good morning, kids. Today we'll begin with a new chapter. The name of the chapter is Geometry. So open your textbooks, page number 123.
So in this page, what do you find? You will find Tina and Tanya's Toyland. And what do you find in that Toyland? You see varied kind of pictures which are based on shapes.
Shapes, they're everywhere. Triangles and circles, rectangles and squares. Shapes, they're everywhere. Triangles and circles, rectangles and squares.
So let's begin with the revision exercise. Here the first question is draw the following shapes and fill in the blanks. So before beginning, I would like to tell that do this exercise and all the exercise of geometry in your notebook. Okay, so first one, draw the following shapes and fill in the blanks. So first draw a square and then fill the blanks. A square has dash sides and dash vertices. How many sides does a square have? 4. And how many vertices? Vertices means where two lines meet. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it has 4 vertices. A triangle has 3 sides. How many vertices? 1, 2, 3. Right? Square has, a circle has dash side and dash corners. You tell me. 0 and 0 corners. Right? Similarly, oval has dash side. How many side? 0 side. And how many corners? 0. Now let's move to the next one. Count the number of shapes of each figure and write the number in the blank. Over here maximum are squares, so we'll count only the squares. So how many squares? 1, 2, 3 and 4. And a big one full square. So we have 5 squares here. Right?
You can do the B part by yourself.
Use a good grid paper to draw the following figures. Don't use a grid paper, just directly draw a rectangle, square and triangle in your notebook. The fourth question, take the shape that has curved line. You tell me which one? Circle. Okay. Now the fifth one is really easy. Name the shape resembling the following. You have to read each line and whatever shape it resembles, you have to write it. For example, a page of your maths notebook. It is normally for example, this page in your textbook. Let's see. So it is a rectangle. Okay. So similarly, write all the 4 shapes.
Now let's begin with the next topic, that is the basic concepts of geometry. We will firstly cover the first 4 basic concepts, that is about point, line segment and ray. So let us know them in detail.
In geometry, there are various concepts or the basic concepts. It includes points. So point is the basic. Okay. From points we get lines and then line segments and very other shapes. So what is a point? A point is an exact position. For example, A, B, P, C. So these have an exact position, but it does not have any length or breadth or thickness, right? We use capital letters of English alphabet to name a point like A, B, C, D, etc. Now let's move to line segments. Line segment is a straight line between 2 endpoints. So if we have 2 endpoints as A, for example over here A and B, and we draw a line, so AB becomes a line segment, right? Similarly, we have a line segment AB over here, right? So if we join the 2 points by a straight line, it becomes a line segment. We can measure as line segments using a scale, right? So, and in short, we can write or represent it by using AB and a dash on top. It is the manner in which it is represented. So what is this? Line segment, because it has fixed endpoints. It is fixed. It cannot be more than this, cannot be shorter than this. If we measure it, for example, if AB is 5 centimeters, it cannot be 6 centimeters. It has to be always 5 centimeters. Now let's move to the next point. Line. A line segment AB which extends endlessly in both directions is called a line. Okay, so a line does not have a fixed size. It can be, for example, this is a specific line AB. Okay, here it has points A and B on it, but these are not the end points. There is no end to it. It extends from this side and it goes on from this side also. So it is always represented in this form, AB and an arrow on both the sides. Okay, it can also be written as BA like this, AB or BA with an arrow on both the sides. Okay, now what is a ray? A line segment which extends endlessly in one direction is called a ray. So we have a line segment AB. Now in this, one point is fixed, but the other direction, it's not fixed. It can be more than this, it can be shorter than this, right? But it has one point which is fixed. So this is called a ray, and this is represented in this format, AB with an arrow on top in one direction. So it should always start with the point which is fixed. It cannot be written as BA and the direction in this manner. No, it should always be written as AB with a direction like this. Okay, now let's talk about intersecting lines. A point at which two or more lines meet is called the point of intersection. Any two pair of lines can meet only once. Okay, so here we have a line PQ. Why am I telling this is a line? Because we see an arrow on both the sides. It's not a dot, it's not a point, right? So this is line PQ and line XY. And where is this line meeting? It's meeting in O point. So what is this PQ and XY line? These lines will be called as intersecting lines. And what is the point of intersection? It is O. Okay, so line PQ and line XY meet at point O. Okay.
Now let's once again have a quick look at the important concepts of geometry.
Point. A point indicates a position in space. It has no length, breadth, or thickness. P, R, and S are all points in space. We read them as point P, point R, and point S. Line. A line contains an infinite number of points. The arrows at the ends of a given line indicate that it has no beginning or end. That is, a line extends in both directions. Look at this line. We represent it with letters and the symbol of the line above them like this. We read it as line PQ or line QP. Look at this line. Any 2 points on a line can be used to name it, such as line AB, line BC, line AC, line CB, line CA, or line BA. Now look at this line. We can also name and read the line by a single small letter. For example, line L. Line segment. A line segment contains a finite number of points. It is a fixed distance between 2 points on a line. It has 2 endpoints. Here, DE is a line segment. It is written as DE or ED. Now, let us see how to measure a line segment. The distance between 2 points is called the length of the segment. To measure a line segment, we use a ruler. A ruler is marked with centimeters. Each centimeter is divided into 10 parts. Each part is 1 millimeter. Now, let's solve an example. Measure the line segment XY. Thus we say the length of line segment XY is equal to 5.3 centimeters. Next is ray. A ray contains an infinite number of points. A ray has one end point. The other end of the ray is extended indefinitely. XY is a ray. It can be read only as ray XY, as we always start from the end point. Do not read it as ray YX. It is written as shown. This ray can be read as ray AB, ray AC. Now, let us learn about intersecting lines. When two lines meet at one point, they are called intersecting lines. Here, line AB and CD meet at point P. Hence, line AB and line CD are called intersecting lines.
Now let's move to the exercise 6A.
Let us assume this is a point A. Now they have told to draw maximum number of lines passing through this particular point. So we'll draw this as here, one line, and one line over here, one line over here, one line over here. So there is no end to it. You can draw as many lines as possible, which can extend in any direction. That's why we are putting these arrows, right? So like this, you have to draw it in your notebook, okay?
So your answer will look like this.
Count the number of points marked between M and N in the following figure and name them, right? So here we are having this line segment MN, right? Which will be represented like this, right? So in this line MN, how many points are there in between? It is not M and N. We shouldn't count M and N. We should be counting all the points which are in between M and N. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now name them. You can name them with any capital letters. A, B, C, D, E, right? So we have totally 5 points and we have named them as A, B, C, D, E. You can name them whichever letter you like, okay? Now let's move to the third one. List the line segment in the each. List the line segments in each figure, right? Now, let's take the A part. Over here, what is a line segment? It will have 2 end points, right? So let's point. What are the points in this? M, N, O, P, Q are the points. So here in this line segment, what are the end points? M and N. So this will be one line segment. This will be 2, 3, 4, and 5. So how many line segments are there? There are totally 5 line segments. So in your notebook, draw this and write it as 5 line segments. Now in this, how many line segments? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Totally 6 line segments. Similarly, how many over here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 line segments, and over here 1, 2, 3 line segments. Right? Okay. Now let's go to the fourth one. Observe the following figure and write the names of the rays. Right? So what are rays? Rays will have an end point, and then the other side will be endless. So if we take the intersecting line as O, so this is an end point. So from here it goes like this. So it will be OG, OB, OT, OY, OM, OA, OS and OC as the rays. Now if they tell you to write down all the lines, then what all lines will you write? You'll write it as ST, AB, MG, YO, right? So all these will be the lines, right? So similarly you have to do it and note it in your notebook. Write all the rays, okay? Let's move to the fifth question. A point shows an dash position. A point shows an exact position. Exact, correct or accurate position. A line segment MN is represented by, we write MN and a dash on top. Okay, a line has dash endpoints. It doesn't have any. It has no endpoints. A ray has dash endpoints. It has one endpoint. Right? Why we are saying no endpoints over here? We write this is the line AB. Right? Over here doesn't have any endpoint. No, there are points in it. There are infinite points in the line, but there is no end point. In a ray, it starts from an end point and then it goes endless. So if we have this as A and B, A will be the end point. In short array, XY is written as, we write XY. If X is the end point, we'll write it like this. A line segment has no dash but has a definite dash. So we have a line segment over here, AB. Right? Now, what does this have? It has length, but it doesn't have breadth or height or thickness. So we'll write breadth or thickness. Right? But it has a definite length. Okay? So today we are done with this exercise. Now neatly copy the same in your notebook. Okay?
So students, we are done for today. Your homework will be to complete all the revision exercise and exercise 6A in your notebook along with the short notes. Thank you. Have a great day.